Hello, Ms. Shavli. My name is Isabella, and I'm going to be your therapist. Welcome to your first session. I know sharing your feelings with a complete stranger can be a bit overwhelming, but just know that I'm here to listen and support your needs. I'm a cognitive therapist, so all that means is I'm going to learn the way you think and understand your thought process. Is there anything you want me to know before we begin this session?
Hi Isabella, I'm just here to talk to someone. I've been having a rough few weeks.
Okay, that is completely understandable. This is a safe place where you can tell me anything and it won't leave this room. You can take these sessions at your own pace and tell me as much or as little as you would like to.
That seems like something I need. I just never have done this before.
Okay, no worries. Feel free to use me as a resource at your own discretion. Do you have any questions about anything that is going to occur throughout our session?
Sure, yeah. My main question would be, can you explain to me the consent form a little bit? I had to fill out in the front desk.
Of course. So anything you tell me stays between us by law. Nothing you tell me will leave this room. The only exception would be if you disclose something that you're going to harm yourself or harm others. How do you feel about that?
That's perfect. I'm a super private person and I was hesitant about doing this in the first place. I'm guessing it's because I'm very introverted and I tend to keep things to myself and I like to just run away from my problems.
Okay. I'm glad you chose my office as your first attempt at therapy. In this session, I'm just going to try to learn more about you as a person. I'm going to ask you a few questions just to get to know you a little bit better. If you were to wake up tomorrow morning and all of your problems went away, what would your perfect life look like?
I would say, first of all, getting my PhD in clinical psychology and living here in Miami. I would love to be able to manage my time better, which is the main issue I'm having right now.
Okay, I understand you'd like to finish school and get your degree, is that right?
Yeah. Yes, I value my education and I made a promise to myself and my family that I would finish all the schooling necessary to get this degree.
I'm glad. That's a good way to ensure you get things done. You don't want to disappoint yourself or your loved ones. Where are you from, Ms. Shavli?
Well, I was born in Cuba and I lived there. I came with my parents when I was very young. And here I have my sister, who she's 8 years younger than me, but we get along very well. She's about the closest relative I have.
Oh, wow. I'm glad. I mean, just some information about myself. I was born and raised in Broward County, the county right next door to us. I have my master's degree in clinical psychology from Nova Southeastern University. And how are you feeling about our session so far?
This is so nice. Getting to talk to someone without the fear of being judged, it's refreshing.
I'm glad, and it is exactly what I'm here for, to listen and learn. And how were your classes today?
Well, class was, I would say, interesting today. My professor lectured the whole time, but we were talking about mental disorders, which is one of my favorite topics.
Okay, I'm glad you know exactly what you like learning about. Most people do not know what they want from their degree. What are some things you like to do for fun?
Well, I would say I'm very close to my family and close friends, and so anything that I can do that involves spending time with them, it really makes me happy. For example, going to the beach, going out to dinner, watching movies with my friends.
Okay, so I see you make time for your loved ones in your life, and it's something that brings you joy. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm very close to my inner circle and care for them immensely. That's why I make sure to make time for them, even though I have such a chaotic schedule.
Oh wow, what does your schedule tend to look like?
Well, I say I wake up every day at 7 in the morning. I'm up and out of the house by 8. I have classes from 10:50 to 12, and then after that I go straight to work. It seems like I never have any time for myself, really.
Wow, that sounds overwhelming. We have to help you figure out how to make some time for yourself.
I mean, I would love to. I feel like it's impossible right now. I feel so stressed, and I hate to let anyone down.
Okay, that's what these sessions are for, to make your goals feel somewhat attainable. Okay, so let's set a realistic goal and have you take about 10 minutes 3 times a week to do something that you enjoy. It could be reading, watching a podcast, or just meditating. How does that sound?
I mean, that sounds awesome. I would really try that and give it a good try. Thank you so much.
Of course. So how did you feel about our session? Would you consider coming in for a follow-up?
I think so. I feel I would really need this and it would be very beneficial. Even if it's just to talk to someone for an hour. It was so nice to be able to sit down and to take some time to talk about myself and how I'm feeling.
Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed our session. If possible, I would like to see you 2 times a week for now, and we can adjust that number if we feel necessary later on.
Okay, that sounds perfect. I will be back next week at 2 o'clock again, and I want to thank you so much. I really enjoyed this session.
Of course.